Hi fanatics and welcome! So today I'm going to be showing you how to dye any white wig into multicolors. We're going to be doing Luca Kufane from Miraculous Ladybug. He's one of my favorite characters from the show and he has this teal black hair and it's so pretty, but you can't find his wig anywhere. So I'm going to show you how to do that by using this wig from Art of Wigs. This is in style Magnum Classic in pure white. This is not sponsored. I just love the style. It has lots of layers and it's just perfect for the character. So I'm going to show you how to do this step by step in my kitchen. And here we are in my kitchen. So you're going to need a few things before you start to dye a wig. You're going to need a big pot of boiling water. This has been starting for a few minutes, so it'll be boiling soon. And you're going to need a mixing tool. You're going to want some protection like gloves so you don't accidentally dye your hands blue or teal or black or whatever color you're working with. You're going to need some brushes because if you're going to be dyeing a wig with multiple colors, you need to separate it. So these are the best tools to use. And I already did this off camera, but this is the portion of the wig that is going to be black and the rest of this is going to be teal. And finally, of course, you're going to need your dyes. So this is the Rit Dye More Synthetic in Tropical Teal and Graphite. So these are the two colors that we're going to be working with today. This is not dark enough for Luca, so we're going to be adding a touch of black and using some paper towel to do a color test and see if it's perfect for his wig or not. And if not, we're going to add a little bit more black. And it's really just trial and error, and don't be afraid to get your hands messy. Also, you might want to wear some clothes that you don't mind getting messy. Actually, I just hope I don't get this one dirty. It's one of my favorite shirts. And, you know, let's get ready and get it. Okay, so you're not going to see me or hear me that well, but the water is boiling and now you're going to want to bring that down to a simmer because you don't want to cook your wig either. And now we're going to take off the lid. Use gloves, people. It's for your own protection. Oh my goodness, that is very steamy. So now you're going to want to put in your dyes. So this is going to be mainly teal, so you're going to want to open it up and, oh, there's a protective seal. And you're going to want to use mainly teal because it is a teal wig. So we're going to pour that in. And I'm just estimating what this is going to look like. So we are going to put in a whole bottle of teal and put that aside. And we're going to take a piece of paper towel and see how it looks. This is just a little swatch test. Oh, you know, that's actually really good. But it's not quite teal. It's more like a blue, and we're not really going for a blue. So we're going to add a touch of black. So shake well, open up the black, graphite, a bit more dye, and we're going to add a splash. A couple drops. Now you're going to use your mixing tool and stir it up. And now you're going to grab another piece of paper towel. Once again, little swatch test. Ah, now that is so much nicer. If you saw the first one, it was more of a light blue, but this time it's a darker blue. So this is what we're going for. Okay. Now that I have the color ready, get rid of anything that you might potentially spill because I am clumsy. And you are going to put on your gloves. I got these from the dollar store. You're going to take your wig and you're going to grab it from the top and slowly submerge it into the water. And you're going to want to coat all those hairs. So this is what we're getting so far. It looks beautiful, but it's not quite vibrant yet. The longer you leave it in, the more vibrant it's gonna be. And you're gonna wanna keep it moving so then the fibers really get soaked and get all that beautiful color. Now you can already see that there's a huge difference in the color. We got some blue on the white, but that's gonna turn black tomorrow because we have to let this sit and dry for 24 hours. So we're gonna do the best that we can, and we're going to let it sit. This has been going on for a few minutes now, and I am going to prepare an extra bowl so then I can take the wig out of the pot and transfer into another bowl so I don't drop dye all over the floor. And now you're gonna want to turn off the stove top. You're gonna want to bring your little bowl that you're gonna transfer into and transfer. And that's what we have. And now we're gonna have to bring this to the sink and wash out the excess dye. So now we're here in my sink, and now we're gonna wash this off. So we're gonna put our gloves back on. Use some water and some soap. And you're gonna want to gently wash and rinse out the excess dye. Wait for this to dry and for us to see the final color. And you might need to do this a couple of times until all the dye is out. This is about the third time I've washed it, and now the water is clear. We're gonna drain that out. We're gonna drain that out, take off the gloves, and now we're gonna put it on my wig head and let that dry for about 24 hours until we can see the final color. Now right now, I think I might have messed up and it looks more green than teal, but it's hard to tell because it's still wet. So we're gonna let this dry for 24 hours and I'll check in tomorrow and let you know how this looks. It's day 2 and this is the result of the dyeing. I'm not sure if the lighting is doing it justice, but you can see that it's a beautiful teal color just like I wanted. I'm sorry for the audio. Once again, we got the pot boiling. We don't want any accidents happening. So now that the teal's done, we are gonna have to dye the black part now. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna tie it down and make sure that it holds in place. Okay, so now the pot has been boiling. It just boiled. Now we are going to take off the cover and put in our black dye. Okay. So it's at a simmer. Now we're gonna add in our black graphite. Give it a good shake and pour it in. It would help if I made a bigger opening. And don't forget to put on your gloves because we are going to be dyeing this for a few minutes to turn the white into a nice black color. So it's attached to my wig head and I put a headband around it so it's gonna stay on. Oops. And now we're gonna dip it and take your stirring tool and start poking at it. Oh wow, that's quite nice. I think I'm actually gonna add a little bit more just because I don't want it to be a gray. I want it to be more of a true black. So the more we use, the more vibrant it's going to be. Also, the longer you leave it in for. So just gonna use the rest of that bottle. Now this is where it's gonna get a little tricky. You don't wanna get the teal in, but you wanna get down all the way to the roots. So you're gonna have to get in there very carefully. Try not to burn yourself. You can already see that after a few minutes it's already looking so different. I got a little bit of the black onto the teal in the back here, but the black is already going to be covering that, so I don't mind it as much, but still prefer not to. Now I'm just going to rotate the wig and just check all around that it's been dyed evenly. Still gonna use now I'm gonna use my stirring tool and kind of like stirring tool. What am I saying? Now you're gonna want to like sort of like splash it on, coat every single little piece of fiber that needs to be dyed. I'm pretty happy with that. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring our bowl back and quick transfer. And now we're going to go back to the sink and wash it out. And wash out all the dye until it's nice, until the water runs clean. So now it's completely washed through and now there's no more dye running out, and that's how it looks. So I'm going to let this dry upside down, so then if there is any leftover dye, it's going to drip onto the ground and not all over the teal that we spent so much time on. So I'm gonna let this hang in my shower for another 24 hours until it dries, and I'll show you the final result tomorrow. And after all that hard work, this is the final result. Oh my god. I can't believe that this used to be a white wig and now it's this beautiful teal and black wig, and it suits Luca just perfectly. So I started trimming it and I'm going to be styling it on my own, but as you can see, it is just absolutely stunning. It's exactly how I want it, and you can do this too with any white wig and any color dyes, and just following the steps that I did and just trial and error. Don't be afraid to get your hands a little dirty, because that's what cosplay is all about. Trial, error, experimenting, and just having fun. That's what I had, and I am so freaking proud. And this is a huge upgrade compared to my other wig, and I am excited to upgrade my Luca and, you know, do more characters with funky colors. Now I'm not going to be afraid to just dive in and try it out. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and comment down below. And if you like cosplay, anime, and overall geeky content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time. Bye!